Hello, I'm back with a new book. This is the book Prodigy, the sequel to Legend. Now, I need to cover some things that I did not in the last video. During Day and June's escape from the Republic, one of Day's two brothers dies, and his younger brother remains sick with the plague and in custody of the Republic. This becomes Day's motivation for the entire book. He is only focused on rescuing his brother and will do whatever it takes to do so. June is just kinda along for the ride. She doesn't really have a motivation for rebelling until later in the book, and struggles with her new alliance with the Patriots. After escaping the execution, Day and June go to the mystical lands of Las Vegas. There, they meet up with two Patriot members, Katie and the leader, Razor. They immediately get to work on a plan to take down the Republic. The old elector of the Republic has conveniently died in between books, so now they have the task of killing the new elector, Andon. June is set to return to the Republic and get close to Andon and lure him into the assassination, while Day is to show the world that he is not dead by being the one to actually kill Andon. And all of this is supposedly sponsored by the colonies, a rival nation, which means that the Patriots have a lot of money and supplies. June successfully goes undercover and meets with Andon. She then realizes that the new leader is a genuinely good guy, and when he offers to free Day's brother, she decides to try and stop the assassination. She also notices that Andon's advisors are being very insistent and borderline threatening to him about how he is running the country. Tension is rising on the days coming up to the assassination, and Andon and his advisors are arguing more and more about how the Republic is run. On the actual day of the assassination, June pretends to be sick to try and stall, but ends up actually getting sick, and the elector goes on towards the assassination. Using her last bit of strength, June throws herself into the middle of the fighting, knowing that Day will sabotage the mission just to keep her safe. Now, this puts them in the unfortunate position of angering both the Republic and the Patriots, and Razor specifically because he has a lot of dubious motives for this assassination. Meanwhile, June's sickness is progressing and she needs medicine, so using a system of underground tunnels, they flee to the colonies. Now, the lore of this series is that the USA has split into two warring countries. The Republic is a military-based government where the military and the government has all of the power and oppresses its citizens. It has been fighting a war with its sister nation, the colonies, which is a very extreme example of a corpocracy, where the government is run by one or two giant businesses. Day and June make it to the colonies and get June into a hospital. While June is getting treatment, Katie appears, and she and Day talk. June tells him that Andon's advisors are the ones paying Razor to organize his assassination, because Andon is trying to reform the Republic instead of keeping it the same. Katie is actually a very interesting character, because she doesn't have real alliances to either side, and literally says that her only goal is to get the USA back together. And even though Day does not like the Republic, he realizes that Andon is trying to make a real difference, and that they should be trying to fix their country instead of destroying it. Unfortunately, the colonies have realized that Day, June, and Katie are from the Republic and start trying to capture them. The group steals a fighter plane, and before they can get away, Katie is shot. She manages to fly the plane all the way back to the Republic before dying. After getting back to the Republic, Day decides to announce his support for the new elector, because he knows that he will make positive changes in the Republic. The people support Day, and after which Andon releases Day's brother. He also invites June to become something called a princeps, which is a position of power second only to the elector himself, and she accepts. And this is about the end of the second book. Day gets his brother back, June has a fancy new job, and everything is as it should be. Except, actually, no, it's not, because eventually Day goes in for a checkup at the doctor's, and they find that he has some kind of terminal illness in his brain. Which sucks, but honestly can't suck that much, because there are still, 2 more books in this series.